Hi, I'm Adrienne La Faye, and I am a portrait artist. And today I want to talk about, you know, my actual project, which is titled Essential Workers Project. And what I've been doing is going and having communications with essential workers. And I found some essential workers at the University of Washington Hospital. And, through the process, first of all, it's very, very difficult to even interview the different ones. You have to have them come outside, and they have to make time and schedule with me, on their breaks or lunch. So basically, because I am a portrait artist, I wanted to um, get a feeling of what essential workers are going through. And I interviewed all African American, all Black folk through the process because so many of us are pretty much doing essential work on a forever. Just so one of the young men that I had communication with, he is a CNA, and one of the things it was striking for me is that he said that because he's been through so much hardship and had so many things go on, that he's learned how to be very patient and easygoing, just kind of even killed. So I thought that was interesting, but I also understand that because we as African Americans, as a rule, have a lot of things that we go through for, hundreds of years. And I believe it's in our DNA that has helped us be able to cope and to be able to deal with, hard situations. But, the COVID 19 pandemic is something new that none of us have ever gone through. And this is different. Not only with the different folks that I've talked to, they are even, more nervous because not only do they not want to contract the disease, but they don't want to actually transfer it to their loved ones. There's a young man who's a cafeteria worker there. He stated that, he has to stand outside at his grandparents' house, to say hi and tell him that he loves them, that he misses them, and that's very difficult. So those are the kind of stories that are they break your heart. They really do. And before I started the Essential Workers Program, I was going into women's prisons and interviewing African American inmates, African and women, the women inmates, and it's kind of the same type of stories, except they're incarcerated. But it's even worse for them because they'll contract the disease, but they have to stay there. And that still crosses over to the essential workers where, in order for them to feed themselves, their family, they have to go to work every day. And, the patients, are sometimes are complaining more because they can't see their families. So it's really heart wrenching. It's just heart wrenching, to have to not only care for people that are ill, but not to contaminate yourself. Cross contamination is difficult. So, if you forget one step of the PPE, you could contract it, and you can also transfer it. So, I feel like it's a privilege that I've been able to have communication with these folks and hear their stories and to be able to paint their portraits. Now, for me personally, I am an artist, and being an artist is an isolating type of career, which For some folks, it would be very difficult for them, but, as an artist, I don't mind being by myself. However, everything has shut down, so I'm not having exhibitions. I'm not, being able to go to workshops or just communicate, go to museums or talk to other artists. Everything's been Zoom meetings, and that has made a difference. And I haven't been able to go into the prisons anymore because, they're not letting anyone in. So my livelihood has been affected to a great extent. And I think, it's very difficult to heal when you're in the midst of something. I think it's easier to accept the situation and do your best that you can. But I think the real healing won't start until, once, America is gone past and started to heal themselves, get the vaccination distributed to, most Americans. So for me, when I, try to paint these different folks, it's been hard because I know their stories, and it's sad. And it's sad to think, that you have to go to work no matter what the circumstance or how adverse the circumstances can be in order just to survive. So every day you're risking your life. That's crazy. That's something new. So it's been kind of a burden on top of what I do, because I am reaching out. I'm extending my hand, my platform to folks who would normally not be seen or heard. But then to catch them at a time like this is even more difficult. But I'm very blessed. My family and I are blessed. No one has contracted the disease. Everybody's been healthy throughout this whole ordeal. But it's like we're in a bubble. And if you step a foot outside of that bubble, if you open that bubble, you may die. Thank you.